Thank you so much,
It's
Martin.
one of the great injustices of climate change that those who've contributed least to creating the problem are those who unfortunately are being hit first and hardest by the impacts. It is a great injustice, and one where we those who are most responsible, those in the rich countries who've done most to create this problem, should be helping those countries who are most exposed and vulnerable to the impacts to deal with these impacts. It's basic justice, and the fact that the rich countries are not doing their fair share is really outrageous in my view. The rich countries cannot be let off the hook, and they have to up the mobilization of finance, both from public and private sources, and speed this up to invest. This is not, you know, it makes sense because we all have to deal with this problem together. As with the pandemic, if any part of the world is vulnerable to climate change and is contributing to the or is not able to look after itself, then we're all at risk because countries that become destabilized, where you get political instability because drought leads to famine, leads to population displacement and conflict, we know that that affects the whole world. You create a world that is full of conflict is not a peaceful and prosperous world, and the whole world then deals with the consequences. It's in our best interests around the world to help avoid those kinds of circumstances. And here's an example where we know how we can help by giving farmers greater access to the information that they need, the tools and the means to become more resilient to the impacts of drought. Ghana should develop its own, has been developing, I think, its own climate change adaptation plan, which should include how to deal with drought, and then it should ask and demand from the rich countries that the rich countries support that adaptation plan. But it must make sure that the farmers are engaged and have access to the, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Ghana already has its climate change adaptation plan. All countries are supposed to develop them, which will include a plan for what it should be doing on drought. But it needs investment and support for that, and that investment and support should come from the rich countries, and Ghana should demand that support. It's the right thing to do. It should get it from the rich countries and it should make sure that the farmers get the support that they need. They need the information, the tools and the knowledge they need to make themselves more resilient, because we know that for at least the next 3 decades, the climate is going to continue to get worse. If we get to net zero by 2050, climate change will then hopefully start to stop.